YouTube, it's Naim Nappy, and I'm back for another Tip Tuesday. Now this week we're going to be talking about my Ayurvedic regimen and how you can build your Ayurvedic regimen with some of the DIY products that I've made for you guys in the past couple weeks and months. Okay, so first and foremost, you guys, it's really important to begin with a calendar. Now, I have a calendar here by Naturally You. She sent this to me. And the most important thing is to have a calendar with a full month spread out. Now, if you have your phone, that also works as well. And what I like to do is have alternating weeks. So we're going to focus on week 1 and week 3, and then week 2 and week 4. So week 1 and 3, I'm going to call them my gloss or mask weeks. And then week 2 and 4 are going to be my regular Ayurvedic shampoo day, okay? So I'm going to document that right here on my journal, mask or gloss every other week. And the same with the regular wash days. So for me, my week begins on Sunday because that is my wash day. So on weeks 1 and 3, again, this is the gloss/mask day. I begin my wash day regimen by first rinsing my hair with warm water. And I'm doing this to kind of open the cuticles up to bring some life and remove some dirt from my hair manually. If your hair is very, very dirty, you can begin with a shampoo process. But a lot of times for me, I don't. I just rinse to remove some of the dirt. And then I will go in with a gloss treatment. So some of the gloss treatments we've made recently are the honey gloss treatment, the Fenugreek hair mask, and a henna and coffee mask. Now, you can do this in alternating weeks, so you can write down the honey hair mask as the moisturizing treatment. On the 3rd week, you can do the strengthening treatment, which could be the Fenugreek hair mask treatment, okay? And then you can alternate those with some of the other treatments I have on my page, such as like the Cassia treatment. You can try an Amla treatment. For me, I like to do henna treatments every 6 weeks, so I'll alternate them. And then on the 6th week, I'll add in my henna treatment. And lately, I've been using that henna and coffee mask, which I made in this video here. Again, all the videos I mentioned in this video will be down in the description box below, so you can click and see how to build that regimen, okay? So after you leave your mask in after 1 hour, you're going to use a shampoo bar to gently cleanse and remove any dirt, clay, or particles from your hair, from the mask, and then you're going to go in with your deep conditioner. Now, of course, I'm going to be using my Oat and Aloe deep conditioner. It's very, very moisturizing. It has a ton of herbs such as lavender, sage, rosemary, horsetail, very moisturizing for your hair. But of course, if you want to make your own DIY ones that I've made for y'all already, I do have an oat one as well, and I also have a Fenugreek. Both are great for your hair to leave in. After you do any type of herbal mask treatments, I always recommend deep conditioning for about 30 to 45 minutes afterwards. This will help to replenish some of that moisture back into your regimen. Okay, so we do the mask treatment for 1 hour. We do the deep conditioner for 30 to 45 minutes afterwards, all right? Now on weeks 2 and 4, so you're alternating weeks, you're gonna go in with your regular wash day. Now for these wash days, I begin them usually on Saturday night, if I remember, by doing a pre-poo treatment. So this means I will use my castor oil and fenugreek oil, or I'll use my Ayurvedic hair oil, the one that I do sell, and I'll massage that deep into my hair, my roots, my ends. Sometimes I'll spritz my hair with a little bit of rose water to help open up that cuticle and let that really sink and penetrate into my hair to give me some of that moisture back. And then let's just say Saturday night I was out or hanging out or whatever, and I was lazy and I just didn't do the overnight pre-poo. I will do a pre-poo treatment at least 1 hour before I'm going to shampoo my hair. And I'll still use one of the aforementioned oils, put that in my hair with a plastic bag, or steam it for 1 hour, okay? Now, right after that, I'll be using a shampoo. Now, I have so many options, you guys, because 2 weeks ago, I made a really bomb, amazing Ayurvedic herbal shampoo using herbs and infusing them into an emulsion process to make a shampoo. But let's say you didn't want to do that, and this is where I have some other alternatives. You can use a shampoo bar by Henna. Again, it's rich with herbs, quick and easy. If you don't want to DIY, I totally understand. Or you can do a clay mask treatment, which takes about 15 minutes. You mix it and put it on your hair right away, and then rinse it right off after about 15 minutes. So some of my favorite clay treatments are Rhassoul clay, Bentonite clay, the Moroccan red clay. I'm more a fan of the Rhassoul and the red clay, though. Those are my favorite clays. So if you want to write that on your calendar, you can have a regular wash day where you say Ayurvedic shampoo, or shampoo bar, and then the 4th week you'll write a clay mixture, okay? So that's some ways to incorporate that. And then you'll rinse that right out, and then you'll deep condition with your deep conditioner. If your deep conditioner doesn't have Ayurvedic herbs, I don't want you to feel like, oh, I can't use this because I want it to be a full Ayurvedic wash day. You don't have to include herbal treatments in every last part, every last step of the treatment. For some people, one treatment is enough. So having like either the shampoo with it or either having the mask with it is enough for the full, for your full wash day. Because there's also other ways you can include it in the moisturizing process, which we'll talk about in a minute. So if you have a deep conditioner that you currently already love and you use your Ayurvedic shampoo and you just want to throw it in the deep conditioner that you love, by all means, use it. If you want to make your deep conditioner have a little bit of Ayurvedic herbs to it, I always recommend adding a teaspoon of amla powder to your deep conditioner. And there you go. You have yourself an Ayurvedic deep conditioner, okay? Okay, so now that you have your hair cleansed, and it doesn't matter what week you're in, for me, I always follow up with an LCO process. Now, I know some people who deep condition and let their hair dry and then they re-moisturize whenever during the week. But for me, I do not do that. I like to lock and seal in that moisture immediately, because for me, that is the time when my hair is at peak hydration and I want to lock that in. Whether you're high porosity or low porosity, I think this is the key or peak time to do so, okay? Now for me, again, I'll be doing the LCO process, which is like the liquid leave-in, your cream, and then your oil. All right, so if you don't know, I actually really love tea leave-ins and rose water leave-ins. So I make a tea mixture, I brew a tea, and the tea that you see here is actually the same ingredients as I used in the sunscreen leave-in, except for I added a tea bag of hibiscus, and that's it. And of course, for you guys, I'm going to show you guys, I'm adding 1 cup of this tea with about 2 teaspoons of glycerin. And y'all, you can put that in a spray bottle and spray your hair with that anytime you need as a refresher for a light leave-in. I also now have my sunscreen mixture that I can also use and alternate. It's a light and creamy leave-in as well. This one's a little bit thicker. You can use that as your L in your process, or you can use your rose water with some glycerin. All 3 of these are great L or liquids for your leave-in step. All right, so next for me is my cream leave-in. Now, y'all, I have been obsessed right now with my hibiscus moisturizing cream that I made in the previous week up here. I also do have something a little bit heavier, and that is the Shea Butter and Flaxseed Moisturizer. And that one is a little heavier, so if you have high porosity hair, you actually really might like that one for the cream. And if you have low porosity hair, you might find you like the hibiscus leave-in. It's a little bit lighter, and for us low porosity girls, that seems to work a little bit better for us. Now, of course, I'm going to seal that in finally with an oil for low porosity hair. I'm going to be using my Ayurvedic hair oil. I really love that oil. It's light, it has moisturizing and sealing properties in it. If you are a high porosity girl, I recommend you use my Ayurvedic hair butter, which I'll link up top for you to make, so you lock in that moisture, okay? So this is all on wash day, Sunday. We cleanse, we condition, we hydrate, we seal, we lock in that moisture, okay? All right, so then usually, and I'll say this, by Tuesday or Wednesday, and this is going to depend on you, and this is where you have to listen to your hair, okay? I will re-moisturize my hair. Now, for someone with low porosity hair, I have low porosity and very fine strands. So for me, I can usually get away with a leave-in spray or the light leave-in I made that's a sunscreen where it's a little bit creamy, and I'll use that and then scrunch that in my hair with a little bit of oil. Sometimes I'll just use the tea and the oil, or sometimes I'll use the rose water and oil. That's light enough for me and my hair. If you have high porosity hair, I recommend going in again with your LOC or LCO process, taking down your twists or taking down your hair and re-moisturizing with that cream. And if you have low porosity hair and what I've recommended is too light for you, then again, try something a little bit heavier, still with something a little bit heavier. But this seems to work very well for me as a low porosity girl. All right, and then on Wednesdays, I usually will oil my scalp down with my Ayurvedic hair oil, give myself a nice, good massage. If you have your castor and fenugreek oil that we made previously, you can also use that oil midweek. give your roots a nice, good massage. Your hair is probably starting to get a little bit more dehydrated at this point, so we want to make sure we're also getting our roots and everything with that as well. And then on Friday, we're gonna go in again and re-moisturize our hair. So generally for me, if I chose to do the tea spray on Tuesday, on Friday I'll try the rose water. I mean, it's up to you what you like. Maybe use rose water the whole time, maybe use tea the whole time. Find what works for you. Now, if you are a wash and go type of girl, I have a hibiscus and aloe gel that you can make and an oat gel that you can make. Both are very, very moisturizing. You might like one over the other, so try them both and see whatever one you like the most. I also do have an Oat and Rosewater Moisturizer, so maybe you add that on top of the gel or underneath the gel, just kind of really lock in that moisture. And I recommend you use that every 3 to 4 days and refresh your hair with like a tea rinse or tea and glycerin rinse. Spray that on your hair with some water to kind of refresh your curls, and then you can apply some more if you like to your hair. Okay, you guys, so that is basically my regimen for the month. If you have any questions, please leave it down below. I also really want to recommend that you massage your hair every single day. So massaging helps to circulate that blood flow into the hair follicles, and it's great for helping to stimulate hair growth and keep the scalp nourished, okay? So if you guys have any more questions about building your Ayurvedic hair regimen, please let me know them down below. And I hope you guys enjoy the video and are subscribed so you guys can get more content like this and more DIYs. If you have any suggestions, please leave them down below for upcoming videos. And I'll see you next time. Bye.